Welcome to the deep dive. So, minimalism. When you first hear that word, doesn't it often sound like sacrifice?
It really does. That's the immediate reaction for a lot of people, yeah. You think about getting rid of things you might actually value. It builds this emotional wall right away.
Right, a wall. And that's what we want to dig into today.
Exactly, because the sources we've looked at, they argue pretty strongly that this resistance, it isn't really about logic, it's deeper. Psychological.
Okay, so our mission here is to unpack why we sort of wrap our possessions in this security blanket.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And to explore why the whole idea of loss in minimalism might actually be, fundamentally misunderstood.
Okay, let's tackle that emotional barrier first. Why is it so hard, letting go of something, even if maybe you haven't used it in years? It's just stuff, isn't it?
But is it ever just stuff? That's the question. The material we reviewed links this to something called anchoring bias.
Anchoring bias, okay.
Yeah. Basically, the moment we get something, especially if it cost a bit, or maybe it was a gift, we mentally anchor its value.
So, we fixate on what we paid or its gift status.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And then keeping it feels, I suppose, financially sensible, even if it's just sitting there collecting dust.
Which means getting rid of it feels like you're actively losing money or value.
Exactly. A loss.
Yeah.
And that really ramps up the emotional difficulty, makes it harder to even start.
Okay, but hang on. If I know deep down I'm going to feel kind of bad getting rid of this thing, maybe because of that loss feeling or just, memories, then why would I sign up for that? The easiest thing is just avoid it. Leave the box in the attic, right?
That's the natural reaction, sure. Avoid the pain. But what's really interesting is how the sources reframe that feeling, that sadness.
Reframe it how?
Well, they basically say, yes, you might feel a little twinge of sadness, maybe,
Yeah.
when you first let go of some unused item.
A twinge.
But it's transient, it passes, and it gets replaced, they argue, pretty quickly.
Replaced by what?
By something much more lasting, something they call the joy of clarity. It's apparently a much bigger neurochemical reward for gaining control, cognitive ease, that sort of thing.
Okay. So you're trading like a quick pang of sadness for long-term mental organization, a clear head.
That's the idea. The payoff isn't just a tidy shelf. It's deeper. It's about gaining mental capacity.
Mental capacity, how so?
Well, clutter isn't just physical, right? It takes up mental space, too. Always in the back of your mind, maybe. Low-level processing.
Like a background app draining your battery.
Exactly like that. So when you clear out the unused stuff, you're actually freeing up that mental bandwidth. That's the real goal, that cognitive ease.
Okay, that definitely helps clarify things.
Yeah.
So minimalists, at least according to this view, they aren't saying, live in an empty room or ditch your smartphone.
Not at all. It's much more moderate. The goal is practical.
So if the objective is less mental load, more capacity, what's the actual rule? How do we decide what goes? What's the metric?
The metric the sources suggest is basically utility, but framed by time.
Utility framed by time.
Yeah. The aim is to eliminate stuff that is strictly unused.
Yeah.
Or, importantly, stuff that's not going to be used in the near future.
And how near is the near future? Is there a guideline?
Often they mention something like the 90-day rule. It's pretty common.
90 days. So if you haven't used it in roughly 3 months.
And you can't say confidently, oh, I'll definitely need this for X within the next 90 days. Then, according to this framework, it's probably just adding to the clutter, negatively impacting your environment.
Wow, okay. That really shifts the perspective, doesn't it?
Completely.
It stops being about what you lose, what you sacrifice.
It becomes about how much cognitive weight you release, how much focus you gain back.
It's optimization, really, not deprivation. Your stuff starts serving you again, not the other way around.
Precisely. You hit it exactly. That initial fear is all about attachment, about loss. But the reality might be that the weight you think you feel for the item is actually the weight of owning the item itself.
The psychological cost of ownership.
Yes. So it flips from avoiding sadness to actively acquiring something valuable. Mental freedom. Clarity.
Okay. So we've seen that the big hurdles seem to be emotional attachment, maybe some cognitive biases, like that anchoring effect.
Right. Those are the main starting blocks.
So to wrap this up, here's something for you, the listener, to think about. Based on what we've just discussed, that definition.
The unused and not likely to be used soon definition.
Exactly. What's one specific thing you own right now that fits that description? Think about it and then consider how much mental space, how much focus might that one item be quietly blocking just by being there?